In Lakesh and Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude, everyone. Happy today. Welcome to our High Frequency Living live stream tonight here on the Lauta of the Sun YouTube channel. High Frequency Living offers live streams which focus on high frequency living lifestyle topics like meditation, breath work, wellness, nutrition, of the sun classes and modalities like quantum light property clearing, soul translation, light body movement, and many, many other high frequency topics. Also, check out High Frequency Living on Instagram at High Frequency Living for many recipes and other topics as well. I am Diane of the Sun, owner of Inlakesh Studio One, which is a franchise of the Sun. We offer quantum light property clearing service, soul translation modalities, truth and tea, call for the truth card readings, lexigram service, and other services and products. Some energetic support products include frequency waters, clearing candles in the chakra colors, DNA clearing bath salts, sacred clearing woods, and tonight's highlighted product is of the Sun and Sea coffee. And this is an alkaline coffee. It has hemp milk and Lakanto in there. It's fermented, and it also has organic chlorella along with the coffee. It's Colombian coffee. It's organic. And so it's a great way to get the coffee without the crash afterward, like regular coffee. It doesn't hurt your stomach either, for me anyway. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I love this. And you can make a smoothie with it. You can add like avocado and all kinds of things. So if you're interested, you can find that at inlakeshstudio1.com or ofthesun.com. And if you have any questions about any of the services or products, you can contact me at info@inlakeshstudio1.com. So thank you for taking the time to join tonight. I'm so excited. This is an expansion from the Divine Nation Workshop, and we will be offering this as Call for the Truth Workshop here on the High Frequency Living Lauta of the Sun YouTube channel. We'll be doing this on Friday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will explore other topics as well. Some weeks we will be doing the card readings, and some weeks we'll be doing other things. For example, the first Friday of the month will be our Inlakesh Studio One's Evolutionary Book Club. And so for December, we will be discussing a book called The Light Doctor by Martin Moore Eady. And this book covers information about like our circadian rhythm and how artificial light affects that and what we can do to get back into our circadian rhythm. So hope you can join us for that night. And we also offer the Truth and Tea service, which is the Call for the Truth card readings. And that will still be available on GoToMeeting. Or if you're in the Atlanta area, we can do that as an in-person session too. And if you have an event coming up that you'd like to have the card readings at, either in Atlanta area or online, we can do that too. It's kind of a fun and interesting experience to do it as a group as well, like we'll be doing it tonight. So Of the Sun has an ongoing light body movement the first 4 Sundays of every month at 6 p.m. Eastern. All sessions are recorded, and the focus for November is the crown chakra. And this past Sunday was amazing. Always, they're all amazing. And last Sunday was an exercise to assist us in keeping our light body pristine. So it was really amazing. So the light body movement is only $45 a month for access to all the sessions live, and then they're recorded so you can go back and listen to them. All the materials, there's usually a textbook information and meditations each week. So you can register at ofthesun.com for that. Lota started teaching soul translation class this month, and she's doing 4 different modalities. We already did the gifts and the mental causations, and they were also so expansive and informative, bringing forward things that maybe we hadn't thought about. I know for me, I hadn't thought about some of those things. Let's see. So she's going to be doing 2 more classes this month, and that will be archetypes and archangel realms. But if you've missed this session, you can sign up for sessions coming up next year. And the only requirement, the prerequisite for this class, any of the soul translation classes, is the sun calibration class. And that class is no longer offered live, but it is offered as a recorded sessions, and it's at a discounted price. So if you're interested, you can contact me at info@inlakeshstudio1.com, and we can get you the links so you can get started on that to be ready for your soul translation class. And also there'll be announcements afterwards of some exciting new events tonight with Of the Sun. So stay tuned at the end of the session tonight for the exciting news of things coming up. So tonight I will be joined with Ahad Rasul, Ahad of the Sun, to discuss tonight's Call for the Truth workshop. Welcome, Ahad.
And Lakesh, how are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Wonderful as always.
Yes. Thank you. This is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited with this new format tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So to get started, I'd like to introduce the Call for the Truth divination cards. This is what we'll be doing. Did you have something? Yes.
Yeah, a few people wanted to give you the greetings in the chat, so I wanted to just let you know. We got Cecilia in the chat saying in Lakesh and Veritas, Stacy in Lakesh and Veritas. Who are we at here? Stephanie Singletary in Lakesh and Veritas. We have another in Lakesh and Veritas, Diane with a big smiley face. This was referring to your book for the upcoming book club. She said, "Got mine in the mail. Looking forward to reading it."
Oh, awesome!
So we have a few people in the chat. We also have a few others that's watching but not in the chat. So I want to encourage everybody before we get started. This is going to be a session that we encourage participation in the chat, thoughts, comments. Good words and wishes, whatever you have to give that's of light, put it in the chat. If you don't got something nice to say, don't say it at all. So thank you for that, Stephanie. We will update the email in the chat as well for In Lakesh Studio One. And if you'd like, Stephanie, you could just put it in there for everybody. You're like a honorary worker, employee of all of us, and supporters. So feel free to add that in there if you'd like. In Lakesh, of the Sun Universe said in Lakesh. So that's actually like the universe saying it. So the universe chimed in on this live, Diane. You've got some real pull here.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you for monitoring the chat and helping me with that tonight. I'm grateful for that because I'm so excited to hear everybody's comments once we get into the card reading too, because there's always really cool information coming forward. So yes.
I will keep updating you if there's any comments as they roll in, which again, I encourage. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and continue.
Okay, thank you. Yes, it's info@inlakeshstudio1.com is the email.
Yes, ma'am.
So Lota created these cards, Call for the Truth cards. There's 52 of them. They are beautifully designed by Tavares. He made the designs. It's got the crop circle of Veritas, which is truth. And they're beautifully designed. And she made these from the book, Call for the Truth, that she wrote a number of years ago. This is a wonderful book that talks, it has different perspective. It gave me a different perspective, I'll say that, on what was happening. I had looked at things differently, and it really opened my eyes to greater understanding of the truth of what was happening. So I encourage you to get this book too. It's really, really helpful. So the Call for the Truth cards, they come together with a booklet that helps give some information, some extra information. But each card has a topic, and then it has a maxim, which is something that Lota likes to say. It's quotes from her. Some of them are in the book, and some are just things that you probably have heard many times in classes and things. It has a color, a number, a platonic solid, and it relates to a chakra within our system. So when you get these cards, you can, I use them every day for myself. Personally, I ask for a personal card reading every morning, and then I use them in my quantum light property clearings that I do. I use them in a lexigram service, and sometimes I even use them in soul translation, but I use them often for something. When I have a question about something, I'll say, oh, could I get some assistance? And sometimes it's just one card. Most days it's one card. But if I need extra assistance, and with property clearings, it's more than one card. It's generally 3 or sometimes 9 cards. So, but that's what the Truth and Tea service is about. You can have a personal session where we can do a 1 card or 3 card or a 9 card reading to get more information.
Mm-hmm.
So, all righty. So we're going to start. So we clear the cards, knock 3 times. We synchronize and harmonize with the cards because they have consciousness, like everything is consciousness. So we ask for the cards to give us the best information. So the question that I'm asking tonight is, what is the most pertinent information that is needed for all that are on the line tonight to hear? And bring that information forward tonight. So I will keep that question in mind as I'm shuffling and ask the question, what is the most pertinent information tonight that's needed for all people that are on this call? Okay, so you can pick the cards from anywhere in the deck, whatever your guidance directs you. You can pick from the top, or in my guidance generally, I pick from throughout somewhere. I don't know why, but that's just what I'm guided to do. So I'm guided to pick this card as the past card. And this card is suffering, to worry. I'm going to have to take it off the screen for a second.
I can read it for you.
You read it? Okay.
All right. To worry is to suffer twice. You suffer by worrying, and then you manifest what you are worried about, causing you to suffer again. Let me do it one more time. To worry is to suffer twice. You suffer by worrying, and then you manifest what you are worried about, causing you to suffer again.
Thank you. Yes. So this is the past card. So I'll do the 3 cards and then we'll go into each card, the details of it. So this is the present card. Oh, this is
Love.
love. Okay. Very cool.
Love should look and feel like love. Control doesn't feel like love. Appeasement doesn't feel like love. Yelling doesn't feel like love. Manipulation doesn't feel like love. One more time. Love should look and feel like love. Control doesn't feel like love. Appeasement doesn't feel like love. Yelling doesn't feel like love. Manipulation doesn't feel like love. And Diane, you got a celebrity in the chat. We got Tavares of the Sun in the chat. He's saying in the cash.
In the cash. Yes,
yeah. You got some real bull. You getting everybody in today. Then we have another comment saying already on the money with the cards.
Oh wow. And we haven't even gotten through finishing it. Okay, awesome. I'm glad it's resonating. So here is the future card.
Fear. Ooh. The biggest trick played on humanity is fear. Oh my God, I see that coming right down the road as we see in the world right now.
Exactly.
In the news and oh my man, what? But go ahead.
The biggest trick. Yes, it is a big trick. That's all it is. They're trying to trick us into that. But all righty. So we'll start with the suffering card in the past. So past cards, they give us information about the past. However, you can also, it can stop you from moving forward, or it can assist you to move forward. So if you get a card like this that's suffering about worrying, you can say, oh, and if you're stuck back in that, it's going to stop you from moving forward. Whether it happened or not in the past, it doesn't matter. You need to move past this. So one of the, what the book goes into some extra things. See and hold instead the desired experience with the same determination and persistence devoted to worry. So if you were worrying about something and you were thinking about the worst case scenario, flip it and go, what's the best case scenario? I'm not going down the worst case road. I'm going down the positive road. And I know that I can flip this switch and make it a good thing. So that's
what, like, transmuting it. So you're clearing it by changing the narrative of going from the suffering and the fear to what's the desired outcome and the highest possible result or situation.
Exactly. It's the highest possible vibration. And, sometimes it depends on your perspective. When you look at something and you think, oh, this is bad. It's not, nothing is bad. It's something that we need to go through. It's a learning experience, even if we think it's something negative, but we say, okay, what's the good outcome of this? What is the outcome? Oh, I needed to learn this lesson. And now look at this. Now I'm stronger. And hopefully it won't happen again.
May I say something on that?
Yes.
No, when you said that when we think about something that happened bad or that we interpret as bad, and then we sit on it as being like, oh, this has been bad, or this is affecting me in that way, that I think one of my thoughts on that is that what we understand to be bad or uncomfortable or unwanted is if we look at it from a choosing to be empowered standpoint, then the way we want to look at it is what choices, what frequencies, path and history led up to this, because everything is karmic, and as the wave goes out, it has to come back. So that wave coming back being distasteful, there's a set of circumstances or situations, thoughts, and actions that led up, that created this. So if we're going to choose a power rather than choosing to be a victim, then our whole energy would be in transmuting all the things that took place that created that wave to go out and then to come back on us in that manner. And a lot of times, as the clearers know, and the people who work with the sun, a lot of times it's not based in, what you did last week. Sometimes it's based in prior lifetimes. Sometimes it's based in the lineage. Sometimes it's based in the mental causations, like what you're doing and talking about in the soul translations. And sometimes it's so deep and so multi-layered that it really is a full job to start to clear and pursue transmuting the past and the present. But sometimes it is what you ate this morning, which is why you feel bad right now. So either way,
Yeah.
the empowered way of looking at it is, rather than just dealing with what you're faced with, but also dealing with what created this, what allowed this to be, what made my house a environment that was susceptible to it. Well, so many different ways to choose power rather than just to bask in the experience of being victim or being hurt. So that's my thoughts on it.
Thank you. Yes. What drew this to me? What was I thinking that brought this to me? And
Right.
how can I change that thinking from, a lot of times we go through those loop patterns, and then we don't see it. But finally, sometimes we see it and go, stop, I'm not doing that anymore. So,
Yeah.
yes, but
Sometimes
you're
you see
right.
it while you're in the loop. Like that happens to me. That's happening to me even currently. It's like I see certain things repeating that repeated 7 years ago, that repeated, that happened, maybe sometime even further beyond that. And I see it this time, I see it real time while it's happening rather than it all happening. And then I'm looking like, oh my God, what a mess. However, now I'm actually seeing it and I get a chance to do something. Yeah, I started down that repeat path, but I'm actually aware of it now in the midst of it, and I get to make some different choices. So
And
this is
make
pretty cool. It's it's
yeah,
it's it's really awesome actually. And we got a comment
yeah.
saying suffering is a choice. We can move through our experiences without needing to suffer. We have
Yeah.
tough times, but not become inundated by them. But do not become inundated by them. We can observe, learn, and shift at will. That's literally exactly what. Yep, I'm with you 100%.
Exactly. That's what we're doing. So, but well, I'll save that for later. So the chakra that this is related to, this is for the solar plexus. This is our power center, our identity center, our self-esteem, our confidence. So if we let that suffering take us, then it's not a good thing. So we just need to understand that we have the power to change. And exactly, suffering is a choice. We can say, no, thank you. I'm not suffering. I'm taking this road instead this time. So this is also the color yellow, which is about self-knowledge and cheerfulness, concentration, it's energy, practicality, clarity, and optimism. However, the flip side is the caution, unstable, and cowardice. So that's where the worry comes in with the cowardice part. And so if we're aware of it, when we see it and flip it right away, we don't have to go down that road. Make that choice. So this is also related to the number 3, which combines the qualities of 1 and 2. It's a diversified vibration carrying the qualities of manifestation and self-expression. The fractions and the 0 sought to assert their individuality under number 1 and felt the attraction of others under number 2. now awakens to its need for social interaction. Number 3 is the need to communicate and become involved in the pure joy of living. Through its exuberant response to life, number 3 bestows sunny radiance and enthusiasm upon all. So we want to be in the solar plexus, the sun. We bring the sun in there, into that area, and then we emanate that sun from there. And this is all part of our light body. You know, we did the solar plexus. We've done these chakras already, but we'll be going through them again because we always need to enhance all of them. So this also is related to the tetrahedron, which is an element of fire. So connecting with the fire energy. This is the power center, that fire center. It brings manifestation and also balance. So those are some of the extra information. So that's the past. And we can choose, as Diva 831 says, suffering is a choice, so we can choose not to. And don't bring that forward.
Can decline the call of suffering. Got it.
Exactly. I like that. Decline the call of suffering. Absolutely. So the present card, what we're all in at this time, is love, which is the heart chakra. And that's the color green. It's the number 4. So the heart chakra is about love and forgiveness and compassion. Oh, and let me say what the extra words from the in the book. Love is never lost. It is always right where we put it. So we know that we are not going to be doing controlling or appeasing or yelling or manipulating, because that's not love. And we won't accept it from others either. It goes both ways. It's the giving and the receiving. And so on our evolutionary journey, we are taking the high love road for love and forgiveness and compassion. Compassion for others, but without attachment. So it's detaching with love. And that means not controlling, because controlling and appeasement and yelling and manipulation are all the opposite of love.
Yeah, and actually, I'm kind of realizing that it's the love card, or the phrase or the word love. It kind of typically lends our mind to one direction. However, I'm glad that the card states what it states. And if you can pull it up again, and I want to read it again, because I'm going to read it first. Let me say, love should look and feel like love. Control doesn't feel like love. Appeasement doesn't feel like love. Yelling doesn't feel like love. Manipulation doesn't feel like love. And I wanted to read that again because although when you hear love, typically we're hearing and our minds kind of go to an intense connection of, an intense compassionate connection, or a history that has created a bond, or all those kind of things. Yet the words on that love card speak more to a sovereign expression of love, or a very balanced, a very strong expression of love, or relationship with love. And that means on both sides, meaning being the one who is being loved and being the one who is giving the love, or attempting to give the love. And I think that it should encourage us to evaluate our own dynamics of what we call love, from us to others and others to us, and then put them up against what that card just said and see if we are being love, if we are being love first, or if we are being some of those other things, and then vice versa, if we're experiencing what we thought was love, but we're actually experiencing the controlling, the manipulation, the yelling, the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's important, not to just hear love and go with what we typically think of love, rather than think about it through the prism or through the lens of those words, that little sentence that says on the card, and really evaluate truthfully what our dynamics of love are in our lives.
And it also covers love to ourselves. You know,
Mm.
are we trying to control things in our life, for us? And are we trying to manipulate things for us? And I don't know if we yell at ourselves. I don't know. Maybe some people yell, but controlling and appeasing and all that with others is also with ourselves. So we have to understand self-love. But you're right, with love, the word love, a lot of times it seems it's different. This is makes you think of it differently
Yes, yes.
because it's not what you see in a movie.
I mean,
They
to
want
me,
you to think.
this type of conversation around love, so it's making me think, because when you first flipped love for the present, I think that the initial response is typically like, "Ooh, good," you know.
Mhm.
However, as you read the card love for the present, now it's more like, whoa, I need to be checking self and checking what I allow to come into my space. It's not because we passed with suffering. It was like, okay, yeah, that was the past. We ain't messing with that. But that suffering has led into this iteration of love that's the present, or what we might be perceiving as love from or to us. And now, what I'm really hearing is that presently we need to check ourselves, essentially,
Mhm.
because that's what I'm hearing with the love. Because when I first heard love, I'm like, okay, cool. Present is love. We're all here, this group right here, we're out here operating in love. But that's not what this card is saying at all. So any any pats on the back we were giving ourselves, we need to hold up and
Yes.
evaluate some things and see.
Mhm.
But I
Well,
also will say, we
go
know
ahead.
the same way the past leads to the present. When we think about now the dynamic of fear being the next card, now it should clear up how you go from love to fear, because it's actually the present card is not the truth of love. It's the distortion of love. And
Mhm.
that will lead to that future card if not adjusted and cleared and corrected, which is why we have this opportunity right in front of us right now with you presenting it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
the suffering, the worry brings on all these control. Suffering is control. Worrying is control because you're worrying and you're like, oh, I want to control this. So that leads into doing those things. So we let go of the suffering and we move into the true sovereignty of love that really
I got
does
another
help.
one. Not to
Okay.
go too much on it, but what you just said about the suffering leading to the control and or the worrying, sorry, leading to the control and all those things. It also makes you susceptible to distortions of love. So the same way it will make you want to like control and want to, do appease and want to do these other versions of love from yourself to others, it also makes you willing to accept, fear makes you, or the worry and all these things, it makes you willing to accept a lesser version of love than what is appropriate. Makes you more willing to accept the next person that comes into your life, because your fear is maybe there won't be any other ones, or you just won't be able to find the right one. So now you're willing to accept a lesser version of love than what you really deserve or is appropriate. So I can clearly see how they tie so seamlessly into each other from the past to the present right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we got suffering can distort love and amplify fear. Wow. I like the big wow. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All righty. So we'll go just a little bit more on this card with the color of green, which is about balance and harmony, renewal, rebirth, growth, fertility, restoration, healing, and compassion. So we can use the color for that to assist us to get into the love frequency that we need. And then the number 4 is stability. And it's a 4 square consciousness, symbol of law, system, and order. So it's putting things in order. It is firmness, security, and conservatism. It is the builder who must submit to earthly things where form and substance are the predominant elements. 4 is nature and relates to the earth. And so the love of the earth is important for the love of all of us. And then this is about the octahedron. And this is the element of air. And when we think about the heart, it's our lungs, it's our breathing, it's essential for us. It is integrating and healing and connecting with the air energy. So it's really important to remember to do breathing. Make sure we're aware of the breath that we're bringing in and exhaling to help us through getting into the proper frequency of love.
So before I want to start yelling, breathe. Take in some oxygen. Chill the heck out. And then, yes. And then evaluate, is this really love or is this just you tripping right now? Gotcha.
But no, that's a good idea. If something feels like, is this really love? It's a good question to ask. Am I operating in love? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, alrighty. So then the last card, the future card, is fear. The biggest trick played on humanity is fear. And that is so important about what's coming, what we see in the news and in the world, but it does not have to come to us personally. We can choose not to be in fear. And whatever we see, and we accept it as, we don't have to accept it as something that we need to do with fear. We don't need to accept that fear. But our thoughts generate and create and feed all of our monsters until we choose not to. So if we're buying into the fear that they're bringing forward, we're going to get it. And if we say, oh no, that's not for me, we won't get it. It is very simple, but we need to remember that it's our choice. It's our choice to pick staying in courage and look at things the way, what can I do to be out of fear? What can I help myself do so that I'm not fearful of what's happening? There's options. There's always options for all of us. So this is our root chakra. This is about stability. This is our support, our physical identity. This is also about connecting to the earth, being grounded. When we're grounded, the fear we don't allow the fear in because we can see past it, because fear is not real. It's an idea of something that might happen. And many times, for me personally, when I have been in fear of something happening, if I change my thinking, it doesn't happen. It's
Mhm.
not fearful. It's like, why was I afraid to do that? Or why was I afraid to see that? And it's just it's something that maybe happened, but I don't have to be fearful about it.
Mm. I
So
think that's one of the funnier things is that if you really think about the things that we give so much juice to or power to in the fear lane or in the worry lane and that kind of thing, that a lot of those things we've actually already lived through and experienced and still here chugging along afterwards. So it's
yeah,
like, all of the big hoopla that leads up to it, then it's over. And then it's, and then and then you're still living right after, and you're still finding a new thing to fear, and you're finding a new worry and finding a new way not to be loved, right? And all those different things. Yet the biggest deal was the last big deal. It's always the last one was the biggest one until it's not no longer. And now it's the next thing. And and it's consistently that way. And I just think about so many milestones just in recent history, not even like humanity's history, but I mean, remember the Y2K situation? Remember how it was supposed to be a big thing, a whole situation, and everything was supposed to go dark and this and that and the third, and then all these other things, everything around after 9/11, and then everything around every different iteration of the biggest things that's going on and how much there is to worry and fear about. And yet here we are 25 years later after that, and 16 years later after this, and 5 years later after COVID, and all the different things. And now what's going to happen if nobody has groceries on their cards no more? And that's the big fear. And yet 10 years later, probably somebody's going to be eating some groceries.
I
And,
think so. Yes. But that's why it's
and
called the
we'll,
trick,
right,
because they're
exactly.
trying to trick us into thinking that this is going to cause us pain or suffering or worry, and fear can bring on the worry, and it
I mean,
does, so it's like a cycle.
it gives you an opportunity. It's so funny how even the distasteful experiences give us an opportunity to choose to be greater. And
Mhm.
it's like, all right, well, if I have to start spending my cash on groceries instead on cigarettes, so be it. If I have to start spending my cash on, groceries instead of whatever other, luxury that I'm allowing myself to indulge in, so be it. If I have to start buying things better and then more intelligence, with more intelligence, buying bulk or buying, the things that can be produced for enough for my family and all these different things like that, so be it. That's it. Only even in the unwanted situations, and even while the trick is trying to be played, and even while the control is trying to be and put on us, we still always have opportunities to transmute what's happening. We're never out of power, even while we're in the midst of someone trying to play the trick, someone trying to control, someone trying to yell, someone trying to do the all the different things that put us down. We still have chances. We have ways to become greater from it, almost to where you think certain situations that you've experienced that were uncomfortable in the moment, you're like, man, I would have never grown had I not had that situation.
Exactly.
You know,
It's the
so
opportunity to choose and decide to do things differently, you know,
yeah,
and that's important.
yeah, that's real. That's real. Yeah, but
Yes.
and I think that it's equally as important that we have people who are taking the role like you are to be the, in the moment, the messenger to communicate, hey, open your eyes. Hey, this is, using the Call for the Truth cards as a way to kind of be our, like, a beacon of light, so to say, even while everything seems tumultuous around everyone. To have people who are willing to step out on behalf of everyone and share opportunities to see the truth. Obviously, of the sun is a whole organism created to be that. And each individual, Tavares, you, and the others that participate that are a part of the sun in different facets, are those beacons and those lights in the time while things are dark, so to say. So it's pretty amazing that even while the foot's on our throat, or the trick is being played, or the fear is being imposed, we have the light saying, hey, come over here, we got something good going on over here, or I got some some tips for you to see better or do better, or this, that, and the third. So I mean there's just so many ways I'm seeing that things are not doom and gloom, and there's ways to transmute these frequencies of suffering, the distortion of love and fear.
Mm-hmm. Well, the light body movement really helps, and soul translation helps. A lot of the sun modalities and things. Quantum light property clearing helps because it clears your property so that you can think better. Because a lot of times, if you live in a house that has a lot of worry, people were before you, or even yourself, where there's been a lot of worry in the house, it stays in the walls, it stays in your furniture, and so once you keep clearing that out, you have the opportunity. It helps you give that opportunity to choose to not worry any longer. So,
yeah, Stephanie said, I feel these three cards are the most prevalent frequencies permeating humanity at this time. What a wonderful opportunity for us to clear this within, so that we can assist the mass consciousness. Boom.
yes,
That's the key. It's like,
exactly.
how will we help others? Is to help ourselves. You got to save yourself first.
Yep,
So, yeah,
exactly. And
I
so
love that, Stephanie.
when you have these cards and you are reading them, you can clear them. You clear the negativity from them so that you can see clearly. So it's also a clearing as well. But we need to be aware of it so that we can clear it. And so that's what the cards do. They bring that forward. So, oh, this is so cool. Does anybody else have any other comments?
Let's see here. Chat, if you got any final thoughts, questions, or comments, go ahead and get it in now. I'll put it up onto the screen. We're gonna go ahead and be transitioning soon into the next thing. So, if you got any final thoughts or words or questions, if you need to take another look at the
first card.
Yes, suffering as the past. We have present love, and the future as fear. And for anybody who does not have a deck of these cards, get it. Trust me. Diane spoke about earlier what a useful tool they are in her daily life. You made me want to definitely start being consistent with the cards myself. Even like you say, even if you just do a one card to get something in and have an opportunity to clear something frequency based, to get your day going or set on the right track, I think it'll be amazing. You can provide the cards if needed. So where should someone reach out to you or are they on your website? Are they available on your website?
On my website, I think I have it as out of stock right now. I need to change that, but
Okay.
I'll
All right.
update
So
the
we'll get that
website
in.
to say they're available. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So
Thank you.
InlaCastStudio1.com if you want to order the cards. Uh, Anybody who needs secondary options can always contact us through @OfTheSun, and we'll make sure we get
Get
we
that.
have whatever we have available. We have it make it available to you. Got a
And
lot
if
of got
there's,
some.
yeah, if there's a question, just you can also email me too, just at info@inlakeshstudio1.com if you have a question.
We're getting some gratitude from the chat. Thank you so much for this. Honor, respect, and gratitude with the hearts.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful for everyone who has joined tonight and the comments and things. And Ahad, with your comments, this has been so helpful. It helps me too, because these cards, they truly are for all of us. And they may mean something different to each of us in our particular individual life, but that's a message that we all need to hear. So thank you.
Clearly,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
A lot of gratitude in the chat. And also, we're going to have weekly a iteration of this. So most of the times it will be card pools, Call for the Truth card pools. But then every once in a while you'll sprinkle in the book club or something else as well, some new offering or some new presentation as a, like truly I see it like you're really helping be a guiding light to help everyone kind of stay in high frequencies, especially in between the different of the sun functions and classes and modalities and things going on. This is a way we can still stay connected and still get our sustenance energetically, even in between the of the sun offerings. So
Yes.
we got more gratitude. Thank you, Diane and Ahad. This was stimulating combo. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's this is going to be a great new format. Stacy said love the new format as well. And I mean, just the simple fact that it's not capped. Whoever wants it can get it. They don't have to be
Exactly.
here right this moment. They don't,
Yes.
they might not be here right this moment, but you keep this train rolling and you keep doing what you're doing. Whoever finds it, the way they find it, if it leads them to it, the algorithms or whatever else, source, however they find it, it's here if they need it. And that in of itself is a blessing to any person who's going to come across it. It's a blessing because it's literally just gold sitting there waiting for them.
Yes, thank you. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity because it's expanded to more people being in this format. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ahad. And you have some exciting news.
Oh yes, yes. I'm glad you reminded me. So let's say I want to let everybody who's in live know, and anyone who's going to hear this, you will hear this more often over the next few weeks as well. However, I kind of want to give a preview and a template for what the beginning of the year is going to look like with of the sun and the classes. So I'm going to quickly express what our plans for January, February, and March are so that everyone can start to prepare their time, their finances, their heads, their energy, whatever you need to do so that you can engage in whatever appeals to you. So in January, we will recontinue or resume, whatever way to say that, our format of 2 classes per month, monthly classes that course 3 weeks, 1 day a week for 3 weeks as a base class, and we'll pick that up. One class will be taught by Tavares of the Sun, and one class will be taught by Lauta of the Sun each month. And let me just first lay this out. We are currently in Soul Translation class. This Soul Translation class that we're in right now has a focus on 4 different categories. Those four categories are four of a large number of categories, a vast number of categories that are all each parts or parts of the wholeness of our soul and who we are. So soul translation is a overarching uh, modality and kind of a idea or a concept that gets explored category by category. So in the current class you're in, we're exploring four different categories. However, starting January, each month will be dedicated to a new category. So each month we'll roll out a different category and we'll dedicate the whole class, the whole course, so 3 straight weeks, a couple hours a week, to one specific category of soul translation. Now, again, this is a modality. So when we teach these classes, it's twofold. You receive the modality for yourself, you understand how it works, why it works, but you also learn how to give, so to say, the modality or give the reading and clear what needs to be cleared so that you can do this for others, whether it be loved ones, whether it be you have a format of offerings through your business or you do personal work on the side, whatever way you do it, being a part of the soul translation or adding the different soul translation modalities under your belt allows you to instantly expand what you can do and your impact. You're impacting your family, impacting your community, impacting your business, impacting your own purpose, so to say. So we're kind of going step by step, and these steps are literally like following in the steps in the way that of the sun received them too. So it's not all in one, but you're getting it category by category. So for January, we'll also be teaching soul translation. That's the overarching topic, but the category will be energetic triggers. Soul translation, energetic triggers. And in those, with the category of energetic triggers, you will learn how to scan and find out the energetic triggers, but also how to remove, heal, and transmute them as well. So it's twofold. It's not only finding out what's there, but also clearing it, healing it, removing it. And you will learn your own and how to do it for others as well. So that's going to be the January Soul Translation class. Energetic triggers. It's going to be carried one class a week for 3 consecutive weeks in January. We also, in January, Taught by Tavares, have a really popular one. We did it in July, so it seems like we're doing it about every 6 months or so, the Akashic Records reading class. So for anybody who's already learned Akashic Records, whether it be through Of the Sun or others, or outside of the Sun, you're also eligible to participate in this, because the way that the beauty of the Sun is we're constantly evolving. So what you heard in July will not be the exact way you hear it in January, because there's growth. There's growth from the teacher, there's growth from the process and the consciousness of this whole process. So whether you learn Akashic Record reading from another place or through Of the Sun, I would highly encourage, if you have interest in that lane, and that's also one of the things that you can learn and have as an offering of your own, I would highly encourage to take this class. If you're new to it as well, it's okay. This is a class that will not require prerequisites. We will, when you sign up for this class, we actually, and we do this for most of the classes, to be honest, but we will actually be starting your clearing process at a very entry level, so that you can come into the class and participate and stay at the right pitch throughout the class, So this class will not require a prerequisite. It requires willingness and interest and time. That's all. So the January classes will be Akashic Records reading taught by Tavares and the Energetic Triggers Soul Translation class taught by Lalita. That will be for January. February will be DNA activation, which we do at this point. We're going to be doing about basically every 3 to 4 months. So everyone who is working their way through prerequisites to become quantum light property clearers and things like that, so that they can have the opportunity to have their DNA activations. And all those of us who have had it, we can reconnect and audit it, as you've done for years now, right, Diane?
Yes.
So that will be taught by Tavares, and it will be the same format, once a week for 3 straight weeks. And then the soul translation topic for February, which is amazing, is going to be freedom release. Regain your sovereignty. Regain your sovereignty. So that's that. That again it's a soul translation class, but the category that is being explored for that whole month is freedom release. The technique, freedom release technique, regain your sovereignty. So that will be February's. Again, 1 class a week, 3 straight weeks. And then March will be a foundational of the sun class, energetic protection, taught by Tavares. That's going to be perfect for any newer people to the energetic work, newer people to the of the sun kind of universe, family. So if anyone who's hearing this has people they're looking to refer, clients or whatever, and you want to start them down the process of taking care of themselves rather than you being the the source of their energetic protection or their energetic guidance, this is a perfect class for you to put them into, for you to, encourage them to get into whatever way seems right for you. It's something that we highly encourage all the new people who come to us, which most anybody who's hearing this probably has taken it if you've worked with us already. So you know that that's kind of an entry level class. It's always going to be appropriate. That's for someone to take. So that will be taught by Tavares. And then the soul translation class for March, we got some heavy hitters these first 3 months of the year. The soul translation class for March will be ancestry and beyond. So ancestry and beyond. And that's important because this isn't your grandma's ancestry. This isn't, where your roots from Greece or from South Africa or from Zimbabwe or wherever. No. This is and beyond ancestry. This is way deeper, way vaster, way way all that. All the ways is way more. It's beyond. So ancestry, one of the cool things about that is a lot of us have real interest in ancestry, and there's ways that you can kind of start getting some taste of that if you want. So if you want to have a personal ancestry appointment, we can do that for you as well. We have someone who specializes in ancestry, and we can happily give someone a one-on-one taste of what soul translation ancestry is about. If you'd like to find out someone for yourself, and I guarantee you'll be interested in taking this class and being able to do it for yourself, your children, your siblings, your whoever's and whatever's, your loved ones, and your clients, and your friends, and all that. It's gonna be, it's vast, it's beyond. So Ancestry and Beyond will be the soul translation class for March. That all soul translation classes are taught by Lalita, and they will be one flat rate per month at $500 for the month. So all 3 classes combined, one each week, it will be a $500 per month class, and it is highly encouraged to put together a plan to be able to be involved in as much as you can. And if a part of that putting together a plan means communicating, reaching out, opening your throat chakra and saying, hey, I want to do this, this, and this. This is what I think and how I think I could go about doing it. can I get some feedback? Will that work? Will that's not work? Can we do something? Can we meet in between? We're open to those type of conversations, but you got to initiate them. So I'm communicating that now, making it clear for everybody who's going to hear this, and you will hear me express that again as we move forward. Soul translation is the theme of 26 for us. It is the it thing. So get in early, get in while it's hot. Don't be late to the trend, so to say. Either way, that's the point. I spent plenty of time sharing with y'all what's going on, and I have these things, this information available. So if you didn't get to list it or you don't remember, whatever, just reach out. contact@ofthesun.com. You can reach out, and I'll promptly be getting back with anyone, most likely to have a conversation so that we can discuss a plan to get you set up to be in any of these classes. How's that sound, Diane? Was that pretty good?
That sounds awesome. Yes. I'm so excited for all those classes. Thank you I didn't know about all of them. So I've taken some of them in the past, and I've definitely had my ancestry done. A number of the services, and it's a series. So, and I'm still not finished. I need to keep going. But all these soul translation classes, as you said, they're so helpful to use for yourself. You can use them on yourself. I mean, you get the information in class, but moving forward, like with mental causations, I had something come up that was after the class that I needed to address for me. And so all these things are so helpful for us and to use if we are practitioners or on our loved ones and things. And even if you don't use it like directly to someone, just the awareness that you have of that information helps you understand people that you're working with or dealing with too. So thank you. This was very exciting. Thank you for bringing all that forward.
This is awesome. I mean, a nice little combo platter we had tonight, and we'll keep it going. Any other thoughts or anything, Diane, before we go ahead and chime off?
No, I'm just so grateful for this new platform and everybody who joined and everybody who listens in the future. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Have a great evening, everyone. In Lakesh and Veritas.
In Lakesh